His video is about to get very surgical.
Straight up. Everybody a thug till them lights pull up. And everybody got a gun until ice pull up. A middle finger to the president, cause I ain't too impressed. How the fuck you kicking niggas out? Ain't you niggas guess? So it's death to an ice truck driver.
So Kanye West just did back-to-back nights in SoFi Stadium, right? And because of that, there's been a lot of comparisons, right? People instantly go to Kendrick Lamar stadium shows and all that, which, I mean, this is what happens when, you know what I'm saying, Kendrick is clearly the standard now. Because whenever somebody does something, they immediately compare it to what Kendrick is doing. Whether it's J. Cole, whether it's whoever, they immediately think Kendrick and say, Kendrick couldn't do this, blah, blah. But this conversation made me realize something, okay? And before I get to my revelation, I want y'all to recognize, right? It was just a year ago that Kanye West was losing his mind because Kendrick Lamar was setting the world on fire. Like Kanye West, and that's like just dumbing it down. That's just making it as surface level as possible. I think it was deeper than that. But if we just talking about surface level, Kanye was literally breaking, right? Because Kendrick Lamar was setting the world on fire. Like Kendrick Lamar, you could argue that Kendrick Lamar triggered that whole episode that Kanye was going through. And I'm not saying that to make fun of Kanye's mental illness, because it is a serious mental illness. All I'm saying is Kendrick Lamar quite literally was low-key the trigger behind everything that Kanye did. Like, it started with the Super Bowl. Once that happened, Kanye was tweeting nonsense, posting crazy videos on his He was doing whatever he could, it seemed like, to kind of divert the energy away from Kendrick. And my thing is, some people will say, no, he was just wilding alone. But nah, a lot of those tweets were, 99% of those tweets was directed at Kendrick Lamar and being angry at what Kendrick Lamar was doing, whether it was Super Bowl, Grammys, whatever, consistently comparing himself. I want you to keep that in mind, okay? So I think going to SoFi Stadium and doing 2 shows there was a choice, okay? I think that's was his intention. Now, of course, like I said, I think it gets deeper than that, but we'll save all the conspiracy and all that for a different time. But this makes the GNX tour make even more sense, okay? Because I want y'all to think about this. Kanye, at this point in his career, just like the other guys from his era, boom, boom, is pretty much a legacy act, right? Kanye, he goes and performs his classic songs, his classic hits, the songs that rang off way back in the day. And that's how he gets the stadium going crazy. That's how he gets these shows going crazy. When you see Kanye performing in these stadiums, it's not no new stuff that's ringing the building off. It's not nothing on Bully. It's not nothing, you feel what I'm saying? It's not like really new things that's got the building going crazy. You feel what I'm saying? In reality, it's graduation, a lot of 808s and heartbreaks, My Dark Beautiful Twist. You feel what I'm saying? Songs that are coming from that era that are ringing these buildings off. And when you think about it, that's what a legacy act does. A lot of people are, and this isn't a, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are making it seem like Kanye West is doing something that isn't expected of him, right? Because he's doing what a legacy act is supposed to do. Like Kanye at his level is supposed to do what he did the other night. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that in a way of saying what he did do was just like anybody could do it, right? With 80,000 people, so to say, right? But it is to note that Kanye is a legacy act. Yeah, you're going to get these people in the building, right? Now, when you think about the key difference between, besides the fact that Kanye only did 2 shows, it's like people are comparing 2 shows to 38 shows, right? And I think that this points to when Kendrick consistently talks about, you know, like there's a real world outside. There's a real reality out there, right? Kanye West and all these other artists are going to be able to spew internet narratives and get internet narratives going in comparison to what Kendrick is doing. But in real life, the rewards and the benefits of doing 30 plus stadium shows are only going to Kendrick Lamar. They're not going to Kanye West. And that's one thing, right? But the main thing is this. Kendrick Lamar did that stadium tour, and the backbone of that stadium tour was new music. The songs that had the people going crazy were new songs. Now, don't get me wrong, he did have some songs on there that was, some classics on there, of course. But 90% of what he performed was new material, right? New material. Now, what that does is it sets the precedent for being able to extend your career into longevity, right? And that's not to say that Kanye hasn't done that, right? But Kendrick, at this stage in his career, taking it bigger than he's ever taken it, and whoa, hey, fucking yo. Hey, yo, hold on, okay? Pause. But Kendrick taking it to a whole nother level, right? That he hasn't done before, right? But doing it with new music is where it becomes unprecedented. It's where it meets a very small amount of people can pull that off, right? I know Eminem can go somewhere and do a crazy stadium show, or 2 or 3. I know that Jay-Z could probably do something of that nature. I know that, you know what I'm saying? We seen 50 Cent do it last year in a different country or whatever it was. It might have been here, but he did a stadium show. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Kanye, as a legacy act, is going to be able to do that. Now, would Kanye be able to do a stadium tour off of Bully? That's where we start talking. Like, no. That's just reality. No, Kanye would not be able to do that. Kanye will never be able to do that because the music is not up to par. Right? And I'm not saying that, my music is better than ever. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when we comparing the upper echelons, right? GNX is up to par. That's why, and GNX is expanded because of real influence, the people that will worldwide show up and do these tours. Kendrick set a standard that nobody's going to be able to meet. Nobody's going to be able to meet this standard as of right now, right? And that's a stadium tour with the majority of new music. Not legacy act, you know what I'm saying? You're doing all 90% of the cat or whatever is old music, right? No, all the clips that you see on Twitter is old music. No. We're talking about new music. New music. So when you look at it from that perspective, the comparison is nonsense. That's just reality. The comparisons between the two right now is nonsense for a multitude of reasons. But we'll just keep it on the music, right? From that perspective, there's nothing to compare here. Until Kanye West is able to go do a stadium tour with the Bully soundtrack as the backbone of the tour, there's nothing to compare here. Kanye is doing what he's supposed to do as a legacy act. Kendrick Lamar is extending the bar and rewriting history. That's what Kendrick Lamar is doing. You feel what I'm saying? And some people gonna call, I don't care. I honestly don't care what people gonna call it. This is like all based in logic, and it's a fair assessment. Just like most of the stuff that I do that isn't considered a theory. These are fair assessments, and this is a fair assessment. Kendrick Lamar has set the standard in a different direction when it comes to this music thing and when it comes to doing shows. A stadium tour worldwide on new music is crazy, bro. It's very, very, very crazy. And it's not something that I don't think anybody else in the rap game can do. Nobody. Name them. I don't care. Name them. Hip-hop acts, nobody can do it. Nobody can do it. Nobody can do what Kendrick just did with new music. No. Absolutely not. And look, I got killed on Twitter for saying this, but Kanye West has not dropped like a real bona fide classic in like I don't know how long. Now, of course, you got Kanye's audience that's gonna span it and look at it from that. But I'm talking about from wide ranges, from in hip hop and outside of hip hop. Did you drop a classic? GNX is that. You seen it. It was proof. You seen it worldwide. You feel what I'm saying? They going up to GNX, they going up to Family Ties, they going up to, you feel what I'm saying? Like, Kendrick is extending the bar in a new direction by still creating new, fresh things, and that being the backbone of what he's doing with his tours. And I guarantee you the next time he goes on tour, which he did say, I will be back multiple times when he was overseas, it's going to be new music again. And he's going to set the standard even further. Nobody's going to be able to catch him right now. No one. No one. He's setting the bar in a different level. Now, I'm not saying no one in history is going to be able to catch Kendrick. Somebody might be able to do it in the future or whatever. But as of right now, there's nobody in the game. Not Kanye, not Drake, not Jay-Z, not Eminem, not nobody that could do the type of tour that Kendrick Lamar just did on new music. Nobody. Not with new music being the back. Legacy acts have the best chance, but they are legacy acts. People are coming to watch them because of their legacy. Oh, it's Kanye. Kanye made my favorite album in 2010. Kanye made my favorite album in 2012. Kanye made my favorite album in 2008. This is a fair motherfucking assessment. I want to hear fair arguments if you got a problem with what I'm saying. All that other stuff is cute. Give me a fair argument on how I'm tripping and how I'm lying. Legacy acts are supposed to do what Kanye just did. Okay, I'm not minimizing that to, because clearly he broke the records, right? But I'm just saying, that's off of being the legacy act that he is. Nobody know. Bro, Kanye West just had one of the biggest crash outs, if not the biggest crash out in his career. Nobody know when they're going to be able to see this nigga again. People probably thought they was never going to be able to see Kanye in the show again. You feel what I'm saying? This isn't based on new music and delivering new high-level music for the hip-hop culture and for outside of hip-hop culture. He's not doing that right now. He's not doing that, and that's okay. And I'm not saying it's wrong. If you like the album, you like the album. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not talking from the space of Kanye's actions and all that. I just want to talk about the music right now. I just want to talk about this specific conversation. And if that's a problem, then that's a problem. But I'm making a fair assessment. These comparisons, ridiculous. It's not the same. It's not the same at all. It's not even close. And I'm willing to debate. If anybody want to, you know what I'm saying? In a respectful debate. I really don't mind. Respectfully. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's levels, bro. Like, that's just reality. It's levels to this. And Kendrick is setting a new standard and taking it to a new place with new music. Kanye is not doing that. Kanye is relying on his legacy, which is okay, because that's what happens when you build a legacy. But, yeah, and I don't want to hear hey, bro, they're suppressing him. I don't want to hear that. I really don't. Because clearly, when you got 80,000 people showing up to SoFi, ain't shit being suppressed. He went and apologized. He did the apology. He went and talked to the rabbi and all that different stuff. It ain't nobody with real power, right? It ain't nobody with real power that can silence Kanye or the boom boom that's probably still mad at Kanye. Right? So when I look at it from that perspective, I don't really want to hear that. I mean, some people don't see it as safe. Like Pepsi. Pepsi just withdrew from the wireless festival because Kanye is on it. You feel what I'm saying? But does that mean people not going to show up? No. And that's reality. So I really don't want to hear the suppression thing. That got nothing to do with the fact that Bully is not that. And it's just real. Bully is not that. And that's okay. You feel what I'm saying? Bully is not that. And if Bully was that, he would be doing, Kanye West 1000% would be doing a stadium tour with Bully being the backbone of the music. But that will not happen. And that's not going to happen. Because it's not there. Kanye has to go to a different level in order to do what Kendrick Lamar just did. And he's just not, I don't think Kanye's capable. Kanye don't even, I don't know. It's not there. It's not there, bro. I don't care if you got a Quentin Miller right now and all that. It don't matter. Kanye, the comparisons are cut them out. Let's end this today. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, like, comment, subscribe, especially if you're new here, especially if you've been here. Make sure you tap in with the Patreon. My review for the Earl Sweatshirt album is coming as well. I wanted to sit with it for a little more time. But yeah, I just been seeing this and I really just wanted to speak on this real quick. I'm gonna catch y'all, man. Y'all have a good day, all right?